Have you ever had a good laugh and then something funny happened? Your head started to throb. Or maybe you were watching a sad movie, feeling deeply moved, and then bam, a pounding headache out of nowhere. If you've experienced this, you're not alone. A lot of us have been there, confused, slightly alarmed, and definitely in need of some Tylenol. But the good news is there's a scientific explanation for this strange phenomenon. Today we're going to explore the surprising reasons why your head hurts after a good laugh or a long cry and what you can do about it. Before we dive in, I have a question for you. What emotions can trigger a headache in you? Is it excitement, stress, anxiety, or something else? Drop a comment below and let's start the conversation. And while you're at it, give this video a thumbs up because today's topic is not only fascinating, it's also pretty relatable. Okay, so first things first, laughter and crying, those seemingly different experiences, have a lot in common. Both are intense emotional responses that activate our sympathetic nervous system, the part of our nervous system responsible for the fight, flight, or freeze response. When you laugh really hard or cry intensely, your body goes through a series of physical changes. Your breathing becomes more rapid and your muscles tense up, including those in your face, neck, shoulders, and even your scalp. Your heart rate increases and your blood pressure rises. These reactions are natural and serve a purpose, but they can also trigger headaches under certain conditions. Let's break down why. First, laughter. Laughing is associated with positive emotions like joy, amusement, and pleasure. But did you know that laughing hard can put a strain on your body? When you laugh really hard, the muscles in your face, neck, shoulders, and even your scalp contract rapidly and repeatedly. This tension alone can cause a type of pain known as a tension headache, the most common form of headache. On top of that, hard laughter can change your breathing pattern. Sometimes people laugh so hard they hold their breath, gasp for air, or even cough. These actions increase pressure in the chest cavity and can also raise intracranial pressure, the pressure inside your skull. Blood vessels in your brain can then dilate or expand. This sudden expansion can lead to a sharp, throbbing sensation in your head, and that, my friends, is your headache. There's even a condition called cough headache, a headache triggered by sudden coughing, sneezing, or heavy laughing. It's typically short-lasting but quite intense. Now let's talk about crying. Crying might feel like an emotional release, but it also causes very real physical strain when you cry hard, especially for a long time. Your facial muscles tighten. Your jaw may clench, your eyes squeeze shut, your forehead wrinkles. This prolonged tension builds up in your head and face and, like with laughter, can lead to a tension headache. Crying often comes with sinus congestion. When you cry, your tear ducts produce more fluid than usual, which drains into your nasal passages and can swell them up. This swelling can increase sinus pressure, especially around the eyes, forehead, and cheeks, another key source of headache pain. So whether you're laughing until you cry or crying until you can't anymore, your head is under real physical strain. You might be thinking, wait a minute, laughter and crying are supposed to be good for you, right? Well, you're not wrong. In moderate amounts, both can be beneficial. But here's where it gets interesting. Your body doesn't always distinguish between good stress and bad stress. Laughter is usually positive. Crying is usually negative. But both are high-intensity emotional outputs that trigger changes in breathing, blood flow, and muscle activity that can overload your head and neck. That is why it is possible to go from joy to pain just from laughing to hard, or from emotional release to physical tension just from crying to long. Now, is this dangerous? In most cases, no. These types of headaches are usually temporary and harmless. But if you frequently get severe headaches after laughing or crying, it could be worth checking with a doctor. In rare cases, these symptoms can be linked to conditions like intracranial pressure disorders, vascular issues, or chronic sinus problems. So what can you do when it happens? Here are some tips. Rest your head. Lay down in a quiet, dark room. Reduce external stimulation. Breathe deeply. Restore normal oxygen flow and reduce tension in the chest and head. Apply a cold compress, especially helpful if the pain is centered around your forehead or temples. Massage your scalp and neck. Loosen up the muscles and improve blood circulation. Stay hydrated. Dehydration can make headaches worse. Use over-the-counter medication like acetaminophen or ibuprofen if the pain is intense and doesn't go away. Now here's the million-dollar question. What should you do if you feel a headache coming on after a big laugh or a long cry? First, recognize the signs. Your head hurts after a strong emotional release. That's your body's way of saying, hey, that was intense. I need a break. Second, take action. Don't ignore the signs. Give your body what it needs to recover. Rest, relaxation, and sometimes medication can help. Third, reflect and adjust. Think about what triggered the intense laughter or crying. Was it a stressful situation, a funny joke, an overwhelming emotion? Understanding your triggers can help you manage similar situations in the future. Finally, don't blame yourself. Pain after emotion isn't a flaw, it's feedback. It reminds us that we are emotional, physical, and neurological beings all in one, and sometimes even happiness comes with a little headache. But hey, at least it means you felt something deeply. Now for a fun fact, laughter and crying, though emotionally opposite, are biologically similar. They both involve deep breathing, trigger muscle contractions, raise blood pressure, and activate the parasympathetic nervous system afterward to help you recover. It's almost like your body uses the same hardware for opposite emotions, so don't be surprised if laughter turns to tears or tears turn to laughter. They live close to each other, biologically speaking. Now here's a challenge for you. Next time you have a good laugh or a heartfelt cry, pay attention to your body. Do you experience any physical changes? Do you feel a headache coming on? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your experiences. Laughter and crying are not just emotional responses. They are complex physiological processes that affect our entire body, including our head and neck. So the next time you find yourself doubled over with laughter or wiping tears from your eyes, take a moment to appreciate the amazing complexity of your body. If you found this video insightful, please give us a like. Sharing is caring. So share this video with a friend who could use some brain-body wisdom. And don't forget to follow WiseUse for more informative and entertaining content. As always, thanks for watching. Until next time, stay curious and keep asking questions. And remember, every ache and pain is a story. Listen to yours.